Hey, it's Craig from TC-Helicon. Today I am going to do something cool with Touch 2 and Switch-6. I'm obviously going to show you how to set it up, but I'm already doing something kind of neat with it. I'm able to record some loops in advance, and I can trigger them from Switch-6, which is really, really cool. I'm using it in shots mode right now to show you how it's done. Alright, so enough with the funny Bruce Lee mouthed version of it here. I'll get to the actual talking and let you guys see how everything actually works. Here we go. Okay, so funny stuff aside there, I just wanted to show you right off the bat a couple of the cool things you can do with Touch 2 and with the Switch-6. I've hooked it up to the unit using the TRS cable that comes with it, so you just plug it into the Switch-6 and into the foot switch jack. You're going to need the latest firmware, so you can download that from Voice Support for your Touch 2. Got to get it all updated. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go into the setup menu, and we're going to take the foot switch control and we're going to change it from Switch 3 to Switch 6, which opens up some new options. You'll see that it gives you a default mode or a custom mode. Our default mode for Touch 2 is actually exactly what's silkscreened on the switch here. So you've got your preset up, or preset down, sorry, preset up and hit buttons. And you've also got play record for looping, stop and clear. So clear is going to be on a press and hold. And you've got loop inc. Now loop inc means loop increment. So as you know, as a Touch 2 user, you have up to 6 tracks available to you, and you can record on track 1 and then move to track 2 and then track 3 and so on as you fill up the various loops that are available. Well, with Touch 2 with the Switch-6, you start recording your first loop, get all the way through it, say it's a beatbox or something like that, you do your little thing. If you then press loop increment, it will immediately start recording on track 2 and then track 3 and track 4 as things go along, which is super neat. It allows you to use a lot more things with your feet. Not only does it do that, but once you've recorded your loops and you actually get into the loop screen, if you're in shots mode, you can do what I did. Hey, it's Craig from TC-Helicon. I'm able to record. Alright, so enough with the fun.
Right, so I've got these 3 loops that are actually available, and I'm using shots mode with my feet to set them off. That's when you're selected on shots. If you were to select mute mode instead, and you're probably familiar with that, where you can mute each of the tracks, you can actually play all the tracks at once, so they're playing here, and then I can mute and unmute them
with Touch 2 and Switch-6, which is really,
really
cool. I'm going to show you how to set everything, but here we go.
So obviously that's a cacophony of me talking there, but you get the idea that you're able to mute and unmute the parts that you want. So it's really, really functional. You can be sitting there playing, singing, playing with your guitar, singing, and actually mute and unmute parts as they come in and out of your song, all with your feet without having to touch the unit, which is super cool. Now that's the default mode, and you can mess around with the loop increment and with the various loop screens there to sort of get how the muting and the shots and all that works. The other mode that you can go into is custom mode. Okay, and then what you'll do is you go to the next page over, and you're going to see Switch 1, Switch 2, Switch 3, Switch 4, and so on and so forth, up to the 6 switches, and that's where you can define custom functions for it. Essentially, select using the matrix button on the portion of the screen that you want to change, and then you use your finger to change the actual button assignment. So you can have up to 6 things, anything you want to be assigned in there. Could be maybe turning the guitar chorus off and on, or bringing in a vocal effect at the right time. Now these are global effects, so are global buttons, which means that they're there all the time, no matter what preset you're on. So you might have one for harmony or for delay or something like that. You just step on it whenever you need it. We think the real killer feature of this is using it especially in that loop mode where you get all this extra control, but having 6 buttons at your feet that you can fire off effects with is really, really handy no matter what style of music you play or when you're playing. If your hands are otherwise occupied and you can't touch your touch super often, but you want a mic stand mounted product, Switch-6 can give you tons of control to do what you want to.